Looking at the markets, I understood one thing. There is nothing related to the reality here. As an investor, keep this in mind. You are here just to make profits. So stay focused and stay informed. Otherwise, you'll be on the loser's side, not on the side where the profits will be flooding towards. This one is actually shared by RuleXRP, and I'll say listen to this and I'll continue from there.
Begin once again with the big macro. Nearly 4 million Americans filed for unemployment this week. That brings the total to 30 million unemployed since the pandemic hit America. And yet, Andy Cross, somehow April was the best month for the S&P 500 since 1987.
Yeah, Chris, you really see those headlines and then you see the stock performance in April and you just think that there's just some disconnect with what investors are seeing. Now,
if you are receiving value out of the content, do hit the like button, subscribe button and the bell notification icon to get updated about the future videos. So when a plethora of individuals are losing their jobs, not getting paid, and the entire world is going through chaos pertaining to the pandemic, handful of investors are becoming rich, making money. So I'll again underscore the value of buying an asset which you believe in and holding on to it. Trading with it will be kind of, a bit of a risk included thing. Now, yes, all type of investing includes risk, but trading kind of increases that one to reduce your total holdings. In the sense, if you're holding on to XRP and if you're trading with it, as I informed previously, don't reduce the total units which you hold. Now, I'll elaborate all of my viewpoint which I'm trying to express here through these articles. I'll try to go through this article and put or lay off my viewpoints here so that you guys can actually connect with what I'm thinking. And do let me know what your opinion is. Welcome to the Scientific Investor channel, where we discuss crypto and science behind investing regularly. And before jumping into all of those, I would like to take you guys through the price fluctuations first. And this is a 4-hour chart of XRP, and in this you can actually see we were actually trading within this particular range. So that was just about 0.21 to just below 0.225. From that one, we actually broke down and we reached around 0.19 in this particular chart, meaning in this exchange. In other exchanges, the price actually reached around 0.17. I showed you a chart from eToro, the exchange previously, right? Anyway, now here we bounced from this 0.19 and we are now just around 0.2. Now, if you actually look at the Fibonacci retracement, what you can see is we are still crossing the 0.382 mark. We haven't reached the 0.5 or the 0.618, so we can't actually say that we are going to bounce back and we are going to make a new high here. Instead, unless we get that positive sign, you should be looking at a retracement possibility towards 0.19, because unless we get the confirmation here, we still have a point of doubt. But when you actually move into a larger time frame chart, this is a longer time frame chart, say daily chart, and this one, what you can see is we are kind of after that crash. I shouldn't actually be calling that a crash, because as we can see in this chart, we actually plotted this chart way before that crash. Once we pumped from here, we were actually waiting for this level to be broken. That is around 0.23, and we actually tried that level multiple times, flirted with that level, but the long-term standard deviation of this particular resistance line was being respected and we just couldn't break above, and then we fell to the downside. But the long-term previous resistance is now clearly acting as a support. We got a bounce from that level, so that is now kind of a rock hard foundation and we are kind of moving to the upside. So the next target here should be around 0.22. Once we break through that level, that's going to be a bullish sentiment for me. Now, that was on a daily chart, and if we actually move out, coming into a weekly chart, this is what we actually see. And this one, you can actually understand that if we actually break that particular level we just discussed, we should be moving somewhere around 0.27, 0.28, which will be another long-term resistance line if you look on a weekly chart. Now, keep this in mind. We have a lot of overhead resistance in that particular area, 0.27 to 0.38. is a lot of overhead resistance. So the price fluctuation will be actually hopefully respecting those levels. But as we all know previously, when we actually started the pump, we didn't even care about the resistance levels. We were actually pumping through it, and then just to respect that, we come back, retested that level and say hi bye, then went above. Now moving into the news and updates in this area, what I'm trying to point out is this is a guy known as Jim Rickards, and if you actually go into his page, you can actually see a lot of information. Now previously we actually have discussed informations from his interviews and other stuffs, right? So through that, what we actually understood is he was actually talking about a new world order and some guys, a cult behind the scenes trying to come up to a new currency, which is kind of a global currency, at least through which the value will be moved, right? So if you actually look at the growth of the company Ripple, it kind of looks like that for me, based on what these articles are showing. Because currently, if you're looking at the entire value chain, which is cross-border, you can actually see everything is kind of moving through Swift. And now we can see that Swift is going to be dethroned and Ripple will be taking that place, and the value movement will be using XRP or Ripple itself. So in that aspect, don't actually look at what's happening around you, meaning you should be aware of that, but you should not be emotionally attached to that. As an investor, when I state this, there is two sides of mine. Like say for example, considering humanity, I still start scratching my head, what should I do? But being an investor, I'm looking forward to making money, right? I know that sounds crazy in one way, but being an investor, that's what we do. So in that aspect, when we see all these fallouts in the economy, and on the other side we are seeing strong fundamentals growing each day or each hour for Ripple the company and XRP the asset, you should be aware that this is actually really planned way far ahead, and then this is being implemented based on the framework which they have clearly designed. So the question is, are we in this for long run? Because that's the only way we'll be profitable. Because there'll be a lot of different types of shakeouts in the market, which will actually take out a lot of weak hands. But looking at this information, say this is from XRP Crow, that's it's Didas. He's actually showing you that the R3 Coda Settler demo on XRP Ledger. So we already knew that XRP Ledger standing alone there. Ripple the company is going all around the banking system and trying to push everyone into the Ripple net and then slowly towards the XRP ledger to use XRP. At the same time, we had R3 Coda network, which had XRP as a settlement asset, and then they were actually being partnered with a hell lot of different organizations. Now when you actually look at this, what you can understand is now it is coming as a core. Now if you look here, you can see other Coda networks, other networks, company A, company B. So in this aspect, you can actually have the RippleNet, XRP ledger and the inter-ledger protocol to connect between all these different networks. Now all of these networks are different ledgers, consider. So when you have to move value from one ledger to another, you really need an inter-ledger protocol and a bridge asset. Now the same thing comes here when they talk about taking out Swift, the behemoth, and then being standard, which everyone has to follow. That is here. Now when you actually go through what he stated, Chris stated, the miners can rewrite history. So that's why I think you probably won't see proof of work models. Now we already talked this here previously. Proof of work model, yes, even though that was the breakthrough technology, it's not going to last because it's not environmental friendly, and what's coming ahead is going to be green and sustainable. So in that aspect, he think XRP ledger is already proving to be a replacement of the existing financial system. We talk a lot about the new upcoming financial system, and if you actually listen to this podcast, which if you follow James, you can actually get that. You'll get some more idea about what's actually happening and the total market which Visa is eyeing. That's 185 trillion opportunity. So that is in the payments market, right? But the payments market is not just that, and Ripple is not only eyeing for this piece of the cake, they are actually looking at the entire cake itself. In my perspective, that is huge because they are not only concentrating on the payments aspect. Yes, payments is majority, but along with that, if you add in the securities, the derivatives, and all the other aspects, this is the entire value chain. And the value will be moving through this. Now, you can call this a conspiracy or anything as you want, but this is what is happening as of now. Now, moving ahead, the next one is showing you that MoneyGram continues to expand its presence in India by forming a strategic tie-up with country's major commercial bank. Now, I am really highlighting major commercial bank. This is a private banking institution there, even though the name is Federal Bank of India. It is not, the government bank like the Fed you're thinking. This is actually from India. This is from my state, Kerala. So I actually know this bank personally. So in that aspect, this is not a governmental bank. This is a private bank. Don't get confused. Now, yes, they have previously published reports in which they already ensured that they have already partnered with the company Ripple. And they are actually looking at the cross-border payments issue, blah, 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 in blockchain technology. Now, there are other banks as well, like Yes Bank, Axis Bank, and a lot of different Indian banks which are partnered with Ripple, the company. And now, the changes, MoneyGram has partnered with that. So they already have a partnership with Ripple. Now they have a partnership with the partner of Ripple. So this is kind of getting into a network in which, the value is being transferred in all the different ways, but ending through RippleNet. That is what you have to actually understand in that aspect. And moving ahead, we just talked about Visa. Now the next one comes with MasterCard. So do you get the point which I'm trying to illustrate? We already have talked with the thing of MasterCard here previously, but now when you actually see all these payment flows, meaning the transaction and the payments, settlements, messaging system, everything, meaning SWIFT, Visa, MasterCard, all the different types of banks, central banks, IMF, World Bank and all, it actually connects with what Jim Rickards stated in an interview previously. We already played that video here in our channel, so I'm not repeating that again. I'll just quote that. He actually stated that the world is going to be rewired, rewritten, the history is going to be rewritten, and the new group, who is actually not the new group, the actual group who actually control the world, is looking forward to creating a new world currency. In which the members are actually from IMF, World Bank, central banks around the world and all. So when I actually start scratching my head and thinking about this, I'm looking at Ripple, the company, which is a startup just 3-4 years back, and now they have reached towards World Bank, central bank, IMF, Bank of International Settlement, all over the world, right? Don't take me, in a negative area. I'm an investor of XRP. As you guys know, 90% of my portfolio is now XRP. So I'm a huge fan of the technology and this. But the other side, which is the humanity side, if you think, you'll still get confused. But don't look at that aspect. For me, in this discussion, we're actually looking at the value of XRP. Now, in that aspect, the entire value chain is gonna be moving through XRP. As we can see that when the world is under a crisis, Ripple, the company, is thriving each day. This is another information which came out on May 13th. Ripple helps Rock Bank to expand Rock money transfer with RippleNet. Now that is a Middle East based bank, and as we all know, say for example, Rock is in UAE, that's Ras Al Khaimah, and if you actually look at that, what you can understand is majority of those who work there, expatriates, they remit money back towards their loved one, and mostly it's majority towards India, Pakistan, Bangladesh and all. So in that aspect, when Ripple, the company, is actually concreting their foundation in these countries, say for example India, Bangladesh and Pakistan and Middle East, meaning they are actually concreting their foundation in both the sides, sender and receiver ends. So automatically that area is now under them. That is actually based on the money transfer, right? Now this is another article which came recently, just 16 hours before, and when you actually go through this, what you understand is every different type of organization is actually highlighting a Ripple in their blockchain based paper or whatever paper in which they are looking at the next generational financial system, right? We talked about the IMF, we talked about the World Bank, Now it's OMFIF, which is the official monetary and financial institution forum. So one by one, everyone is getting in. Now, yes, I also forgot. The Postal Union, International Postal Union, is also talking about that. Now, these are all coming in with the time, at a time when the ISO 20022 is being implemented. Everyone has to be on that by 2025, and the interoperability for that messaging system will be starting from 2021. So banking institutions or any financial institutions cannot actually neglect that. The system must be able to execute a transaction from its end and export it to the older system. Older system. So the old guys here, the older systems here, will actually improve and come into ISO 20022. But based on ISO 20022 can accept and authenticate the payment order. So the payment and the financial industries in the distributed ledger technology is changing, and most of them is actually going into RippleNet. And don't neglect the on-demand liquidity or XRP aspect here, because it was previously when you were talking about Xcurrent, Xwire and Xrapid. Now it's RippleNet and on-demand liquidity. So none of this is happening. Now, being an investor in XRP, we all are proud, right? Hold on to your asset strong enough and try to control your emotion and stay focused as an investor. If you are receiving value out of the content, do hit the like button, subscribe button and the bell notification icon to get updated about the future videos.